Hi, everybody, and welcome to our July monthly team call for Living the Dream Team. And Ellen and I have some information we want to share with you, as well as all of the exciting things that we're going to be doing this month to get everybody's business going. So, Ellen, you wanted to get started with?
Okay. Well, we posted some of the common objections that you'll hear, like when we're dealing with prospects or people that have never even seen the product. So we were asking some of you to go over it earlier and like role play what we would say if you came across one of the objections. So I don't know if you had a chance to look at some of them. I want to bring it up on my phone as well because it'll be easier. Are you able to get it on your phone while we're looking? So
I'm going to bring it up because I have a second monitor, so I'm going to bring it up on my...
Okay, great. Otherwise, we could screen share it, but then we might not see each other as much. But if you want, we could screen share it.
Right.
So, I know, just quickly looking at it, one of the first ones was like, I'm using something else.
Mm-hmm.
So normally with that, I might say about the ingredients. I would look at what their ingredients are and ask them if they've seen, our ingredients on Shakeology and compared them and gone step by step, like what theirs might have compared to ours and if it's what it's filled with. Because a lot of times they'll just look at the price and they don't realize that the quality of what they're using really is not comparable at all. So I would usually just slow them down and say, okay, well, and then talk a little bit about what Shakeology has in it, with the superfoods. What would you do? The same type?
Yeah, I would actually ask them what they're using and then Google it and show the comparison. In fact, I did that with Sage. She was originally, she was considering Shakeology or something else, and she chose the cheaper brand. And then when I showed her, the difference that the one she was drinking had artificial, sweeteners and, really some bad stuff, unhealthy ingredients in there. And then I showed her how Shakeology doesn't have anything artificial, that it's all natural, and it's got even much more nutritional value than the other one. So when I showed her that, then she did wind up, the month after that, she switched over and she became a coach. So I normally, try to find out exactly what they're drinking so that I can really do a side-by-side comparison and they can see why, this is so much better.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Anybody else have anything you want to add? Anything that you say in addition to what we just said?
Okay. So,
Lori, did you unmute yourself?
I just unmuted myself.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I missed what the original question was because I had to step out for a second. So was it what was the objection that
they're using something else? Yeah, they're already using something else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have anything else that you would normally say, then
I would just probe to kind of find out obviously what it is they're drinking, what it is they like about what they're drinking. If it's cost, again, showing value, but sometimes that I have a tough time with cost as an overall objection. So when somebody says to me, I can't really afford it now, I don't feel comfortable kind of pressing them because I think it's a kind of a personal thing, unless you think that's just like deflecting, like using that as an easy excuse. But when you don't really know somebody and the first thing they say is, well, I can't really afford it now.
You feel funny overcoming that.
Yeah, I don't want to pry too much.
Yeah, but you also have to take into consideration that you don't know this person, so they definitely could be deflecting. So just in case they are, you want to just put out there that, just so that you are aware, it's in place of one meal a day. So it's not that it's in addition to, it's actually instead of what you would normally be eating for that meal. And, I would say most meals cost way more than $4 and have much less nutritional value. And when you're drinking Shakeology as your meal each day, you have that peace of mind that you're giving your body all the nutrition that your body needs every day. to be its best. And then I'll just go into the benefits that they'll get from it: increase energy levels, improve your digestion, curb your
Yeah, but it's hard to kind of go down. I feel like going down that road, I'm just spewing at that point.
Yeah. Well, you wait for them to
Right.
respond.
Yeah.
After they
So like if
respond.
that, like it happened today, there was a gal that there was no way for me to friend her. It was an event post that she responded to, and her first question was, how much?
Right.
So I responded on the event page, hey, Ruth, I'm going to send you a private message. And when I went to her page, I had no ability to send her a friend request. So I sent her a private message.
Right.
And when I didn't answer the question right away, I talked about the value and what was included in the package, the bundle, the value, and all of that. And then I messaged her. I posted back on the page that I sent you, because she didn't respond. And then she asked the same question again just the other day, and I responded back to her, and I put the answer. I said, this is what it is. I sent you a private message. Did you get my message? And she wrote back, oh, yes, I got your message. Thank you very much. I was like, well, why didn't you say that like 5 days ago?
So did you answer the question? And
so I answered the question of what the cost of the program was, and I really reiterated that it's the cost of your supplies, but there's never a cost for my coaching or to be part of my challenge groups.
Right.
And she says, oh, I just can't really afford that right now.
Yeah.
So my response was, I totally get that. I often run free groups. I'll keep you in mind for my next one. She's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. And another thing that you can say is compare it to the cost of a membership to a gym. You can always say, for somebody who may not be a member now, but then might consider it shortly after, she turns you down, you may just plant that seed that if she ever decides, like in the next month or so, that she wants to join a gym, that you let her know, this is so much more economical than joining a gym because you own the program. And you're getting all the nutrition as well. You're not getting that with the gym. And so once you own the program, then you can just continue to do it over and over again. And you're going to get even better results and stay more consistent because you're doing it in your own home and doing it with the group support and all of that. So, yeah, that's just another thing. But it sounds like you handled it well.
I'll usually mention like the food budget, like somehow working it into something that they normally would have in their food budget. Like you had said earlier that it could replace a meal, but sometimes I just say, not even a meal, like something they spend $4 a day on, or something, but it doesn't have as much benefits to them.
Right. Because it could be a snack.
Who was increasing their prices. That was just on the news tonight.
What?
Starbucks is increasing their price on some of their coffee drinks, and Lonnie and I looked at each other like who cares? Like we're not like, we love coffee, but I'll make it at home. If I buy it at a Starbucks, it's like when I'm traveling. Like it used to be a Cinnabon, now it's Starbucks.
Right. I usually do when I have a gift card. If someone gives me a gift card as a gift. Otherwise, it's like, who needs to spend $6 on a cup of coffee? It's
a cup of coffee.
Ridiculous. Yeah. I had met someone recently who said that that's his snack. Instead of, allowing himself to have a cookie or a donut or something, he would prefer to have a luxurious cup of coffee, with the mocha frappuccino and all that.
Worse, you're better off having the cookie.
Yeah, I know.
Calories. And having one of those like 8 million calorie
exactly. Okay, so we covered I'm using something else right now and the cost objection. Anybody have anything else you want to go over? Do you have one that's not even on here?
I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I know I should, but, it's somebody who's just not ready.
Yeah, it's not a priority to them.
Right.
So those are the people that you follow up with because it will become a priority at some point.
Well, look, the coach objections, I guess, are the ones that you hear a lot as well. about not being a good salesperson. So that would be one that is, I find it's not selling. It's just like sharing what you're doing, and
Right.
you've already had so that I would go.
Let me just go back to Lori's thing for just 1 second, because what I would normally say if they say that they're too busy is I would share my own story about how I could never fit in my workouts when I was working full time, and I stopped going to the gym because it took out such a huge chunk of my evening before I would come home to my kids. So once I started doing these Beachbody programs, I was able to fit it into my day, because anybody can fit in 25 minutes or 30 minutes in their own home. It doesn't take any time out to travel back and forth to the gym. So if you just get up a half an hour earlier, if it's important enough to you, you will do it. You'll get it done. So that's what I would just say is the only thing about too busy. I would say actually I've gotten even better results since doing the at-home programs and spending less time on my exercise, 25 minutes or 30 minutes a day. I've gotten better results than I ever did going to the gym, spending an hour each time. So that's my only thing I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yes, the coach objections, if they talk about not being a good salesperson, most people who are, not good salespeople turn out to be, as long as they have that ability to connect with other people and that desire to want to help people, they become even better than the sales pros that join, so yeah, that's definitely something to come back with. Explain to them it's not about being a good salesperson. It's about being someone who wants to connect with other people and offer to help them. It's all about that connection, that relationship building.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would say. Anything else? The introvert thing, I've heard so many of the top coaches when we were at Summit talk about how, like Brittany Leggett, I remember her saying how she used to be the biggest introvert. She never wanted to speak out or talk or start a conversation at all. And now she's, up on stage in front of thousands and thousands of coaches. And so you grow into that role. Part of our vital behaviors is doing personal development, and that just totally grows you as a person.
So 2 things on my mind. So I often get jammed up with the simple question. So my standard invite is, hey, how you doing, blah blah blah, would you be interested in joining my next whatever,
right,
fitness group, but whatever we want to call it. All right. Would you be interested? Sure. What's involved? And I that always causes me to because I want that 30-second or that 2 or 3 sentence elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, without kind of doing that and then going on and on and on, or copy and pasting this really long
right. No, you definitely don't want to spew it then.
Right. So, I get jammed up with that. No matter, don't ask me what's involved.
I have a quick response. I basically just say, I'm a health and fitness coach with Beachbody, and I have an online support group where I help people to achieve their weight loss and their fitness goals by using one of the Beachbody programs or coaching them through one of the Beachbody programs. Would you like to join or something like that? And then, they'll know that that's what it's about. And if they say, yeah, I'm interested, that's when I'll start to ask them their goals.
Because I never I'm afraid to kind of lead with that, but it's almost better because then there's no BS, you're putting it out there. So either they are with you or they're not.
There are times where I leave out the with the Beachbody program. Sometimes I'll just say I help them to achieve their weight loss and fitness goals. Do you have any you'd like to reach? And I have found that question. Yeah, and I found that most times when I started leaving that off, they're more receptive to sharing with me their goals and everything. And then the conversation does progress further. So on second hand, I would definitely recommend just leaving it off the last part about the Beachbody program, because immediately they're going to then think salesperson instead of trying to help me. So I would end it by just saying I help them to reach their weight loss and fitness goals. Do you have any that you'd like to reach? and then get them to start opening up and sharing with me, and then they'll see that I'm really interested in learning about them and wanting to help them.
Connie, maybe you could type that up in our coach page. It's a good one. It's all
Right.
tweet.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Because then it'll just break the ice for you, Lori. You won't feel stuck after that,
Right. Like I always pause and I feel like, oh, I've got to word it in just the right way.
Right.
Because that's that first impression or that first response will
Right.
either turn them off or make them want to know more.
Right.
Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne.
We were just talking about what we say to people when they first are asking about the challenge groups. Like Lori was saying, when she invites people, she feels like she doesn't want to spew out all the information right away. So, do you say you're a Beachbody coach right away, or would you say something like you have a health and fitness group that you'd like to help them with to reach their goals? Are you muted?
Yeah, she's muted. You have to unmute.
Oh,
Hey, oops.
we can't hear you.
Okay. I just unmuted her.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically how I start off. I just say, I'm doing a fitness and nutrition group. Would you like to join me? And then either they'll say, not sure, or yeah, I'm interested. Give me more information. And then I basically say, okay, well, I would really like to get, your background information, really feel, why would you want to join the group? Are you following any kind of nutrition or fitness program at this time? And I get the background information first, and then they spew out, all their feelings, and then I kind of just go from there, And sometimes if they don't answer me, I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't ask you too many questions. Just know that I need this information just to better understand where you're coming from, and direct you into the best program and stuff like that. So that's basically how I start.
That's great.
I ask them a lot of questions in the beginning.
Awesome. That's the way to do it. Perfect.
Yeah. And I feel like it really works.
Yeah, but you haven't really answered their question, So it's like, well, tell me what's involved. And you're like, oh, well, tell me what your issues are, right?
Yeah. No, I get it. I know.
So that's kind of, and maybe, I overthink it.
Yeah.
What?
I know. I overthink it too, Lori. Don't trust me. I overthink it also.
Answer. Just give them a quick answer that I'm a health and fitness coach with Beachbody, and I have an online support group where I help people to lose weight.
And then you could transition into, hey, can you tell me
Do you have any
this way I can help you, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And sometimes I might say I might give them a little blurb of it, it's, I don't know.
It's a happy place where we all come together and
yeah. And then I kind of go into, and all the questions and stuff like that.
It's a judgment-free zone.
Safe zone, like it.
All right. So, does anybody have any other objections you want to go over, or else we're going to move on? And anybody can post on the page under this post, if you think of anything else that you want to share, or someone who's not on the call who's watching this recording and would like some suggestions on a different objection that wasn't answered during.
I just have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How much is too much? How many times do you contact them? Say, oh yeah, I'm interested. And then then they don't answer, and then I message them, and then they don't answer, and then I after the fifth time messaging them, I say, listen, I don't want to be annoying. When you're ready, let me know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm here to help you.
That's exactly the right thing to do.
And then that's it, and they still like my posts and stuff.
Yeah,
And the thing is, they were so gun-ho about it. They gave me their world.
Right.
They told me everything.
Yeah, and then
Basically,
I know.
I didn't jump the gun. I didn't give them everything up front. I really did it
You
perfect.
did it all right.
And then they're like, yeah, and then crickets.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then you message them, and I said, hey, how's your weekend? I'm just touching base, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then after 3 or 4 times, I'm like, and now it's just like I'm
It's
being
their own stuff. It's their own stuff. Either, they're a fear of failure, or they're concerned about money and don't want to admit it, or they are busy right now and they just don't want to even respond.
I don't want to deal.
Yeah,
You know,
they're avoiding it. But you know what? If someone is like that excited and then they just disappear and stop responding,
those are my customers.
I'll just come right out and say, look, you sounded so excited and I was really wanting to help you. So just, share with me what's going on.
Yeah.
There's something going on,
I'll
right?
just come right out and ask them. And normally I do get a response then. Because, it's different if it's someone who just was never all that, excited or not that positive. But when it's someone who is like all gung-ho and then they disappear, then I'll put a little bit more effort towards it. Otherwise I'll just let them go and I'll check up on them in another month or two.
Yeah.
And they'll come back. They will, because
I know they do.
yeah, you just gotta wait. Maybe, and then in a month you could follow up or whatever. I mean, some of, like the one I just got recently that came back was from February, and she disappeared. And then all of a sudden she's like, I think I'm ready now. And it was like months and months later. And
Yeah.
they have to just be ready to just feel like they're ready to commit.
Right.
And now she kind of disappeared again. She's in our group, and I haven't heard from her. I'm like, I gotta like get her. She ordered it, but I want her to start it.
Right.
Well, you know what? It's
Right,
such a journey.
Don't let it build up dust on there. Open it up.
Yeah. But
Open it
committing to
when your
the
next
fitness
order of
journey,
technology shows up.
committing to the fitness journey and the coaching, the business journey is such a, different journey for each person.
Yeah.
They're ready at different times. So they might like be very quiet for like months and then all of a sudden they're all ready to go. So.
And one thing that I learned from, one of the top coaches was if you respond to them with, I don't mean to be a pain, or I feel like I'm bothering you, they quickly respond and say, oh, no, that's not it at all. And then you get some type of gauge in terms of where they are, if they need a little bit more time or paycheck, or they had more questions.
Right.
A lot of times it's just life gets in the way too. I mean, even though we're on social media and Facebook all day long, they're not.
Yeah.
So they'll see your message come through and then forget, especially if they have children, forget to go back and respond to you. And let's be honest, as a mom, you're not the priority. But saying, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a pain, or I feel like I'm annoying you, or whatever it is, they quickly turn around and say, no, not at all.
Right.
Response that way.
By the way, this is a little off topic, but I have some exciting news that Kristen is going to Chalene Johnson.
I was like, what am I doing?
Chalene Johnson's training. What's it called again?
Impact Academy? Is that what
Marketing Impact Academy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she's going to come back and teach it all to us.
Yeah. Now, are you actually physically going there, or you're?
Yeah.
Always.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that okay, because I know I've seen a lot of her Instagram when I was thinking of joining, and
Yeah, it's a 13-week course online.
oh,
And
okay.
you have access to everything forever, but then a part of the package is her live event, which is thrown into it. So
Awesome.
yeah,
When is it?
Doing there after Summit?
it's next week.
Oh, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
On the go.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, so let's move
Yeah.
forward because we have a lot more that we wanted to cover. So as all of you know, Kristen and I just went to the Tony Robbins UPW event. And so I wanted to bring back one aspect of what we learned that might benefit all of you. So I'm just going to go over it. And Kristen, anytime you have anything that you want to add, feel free. Kristen's actually done UPW how many times? Four times. That's incredible. I'm trying to, here it is. Okay. So, so basically the premise is that each one of us has 6 human needs. All human people have 6 human needs, and those needs, depending on what is most important to each of us, that's going to determine our behaviors and our choices, our decisions, everything that creates our reality in our lives. So if you're unhappy with a certain aspect of your life, or you feel that part of it could be better, or that you're making the same mistakes and you're not sure why, reevaluate what your 2 top needs are, and then you might want to reconsider whether it is serving you if it's benefiting you, or if you should switch your needs around, that's going to help you grow more in the areas that you want to grow in your life. So these are the 6 human needs. And I'm going to post a link to this article so everybody can have something to read afterwards on our team page. And then what I would like everybody to do, everyone on the call and everybody who's watching the video, to post underneath that post, what are your 2 top human needs? And if you feel that it's serving you, or if you feel different ones, you should make your top 2 in order to help you achieve the areas in your life that you would like to do better in. So the first one is certainty, and that is assurance that you can avoid pain and gain pleasure. So maybe, Kristen, since you're really well knowledgeable about this, maybe you can give examples of each one. What do you think?
Sure. So before I get into that, if I can just give a little bit more framework around how he came up with the 6 human needs. So Tony Robbins has studied people for, now he's on the 39th year of studying people, traveling around the world, working with all types of people. And what he figured out one day in the shower, because we think best in the shower, right? Or when we're about to go to bed. But he thought that no matter your race, your religion, your sex, your age, we all have the same needs. And that's how he derived the 6 human needs. So regardless of where you live and your economic status, we all fall under the same 6 human needs. So certainty is just based on having certainty. So you like structure, you like schedule, you like to know what's going on. You don't like too many bumps in the road. Something that's consistent and dependable, security driven is what certainty is.
Right. So it could be like staying at a job that you're really not happy at just because you have that certainty, but yet you're really not feeling it. You're not really excited to go, and you're not living your passion, but yet you're just sticking with that job just because it's providing you with certainty. And so the second one is uncertainty or variety. And that's the need for the unknown, for change, and new stimuli. So do you want to expand on each one?
Yeah. So uncertainty is like the polar opposite. Now, we all like a balance naturally, regardless of where you stack up in these 6, where we like certainty in some parts of our life and uncertainty. But if you ever, for example, if you're in a relationship and you like the certainty of having a relationship, and then there's a point where you get bored, you have the need for uncertainty. So one thing that he does share is that if you measure yourself strong after you do this exercise, strong in the need for uncertainty and certainty, they're conflicting. It's like being afraid of failure, but you want success. So obviously uncertainty is a polar opposite of certainty.
Mm-hmm. So some people who have uncertainty as their top need have a hard time staying in one relationship because they want to constantly have variety, but then that doesn't allow them to have, if they are interested in having an intimate relationship with one person, then it goes against that, conflicts that. Okay, then the third human need is significance, the feeling of that you're unique, you're important, you're special, needed. So you're being recognized. Like in our culture, in our team culture, one of our vital behaviors is recognition, and that is for the people who really value significance. Rank is totally giving you that significance because you're rising above other people, you're being recognized. So significance is the feeling of importance, of being recognized for being the best wife, the best mom, whatever, just being recognized for being special. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I think that's it. Just from my personal experience, the next one, the significance in the next one can easily be misconstrued because sometimes you're doing things for significance to gain what the next one is. But significance, his example would be like Osama bin Laden. He did what he did for significance. So, like Bonnie was stating around rank advancements, being at a certain point in your business is, around significance, or even at home, where you strive for approval, perfection.
And significance can be negative too.
Yes. It's actually we're not going to give you, you have to do the exercise, then we'll but significance is.
Yeah, I mean, some people act out and, act in a negative way because they want significance, because they're not getting noticed and, being good, so they wind up being bad, like a kid, who wants attention. And then the fourth human need is connection and love, which is a strong feeling of closeness or union with someone or something. So that's a big, influence over decision making. If you are constantly choosing the wrong partner because you're more concerned about having that connection, even if you're not getting, the other areas met that you need met as well. So that could be also influencing people's decisions of who their partner is, and making that their primary need. Anything you want to add to that?
And then just also in terms of parenting, this is where, like, for me, when I did this the first time, I was confused between significance and love and connection, because you would immediately think, like, if you are selfless for your family and you want them to praise you on how great of a mom and a wife you are, it appears to be significance driven, but it's really, when they show that praise, you take it in as loving connection. So loving connection, doing things for others, or whatever your actions typically are, inside and outside of the business, are you trying to gain that acceptance, which in turn you'll feel loved and connected with others.
That's a good point. Okay, then the fifth one is growth, an expansion of capacity, capability, or understanding, which is another thing that we do in our business, is personal growth. So if your need is to constantly be growing and expanding yourself, your knowledge, your spiritual growth, any area in your life that you're wanting to grow in, and that's the most, one of the most important needs to you, then that would be one of your top two. Okay. And then the next one is contribution. So a sense of service and focus on helping and giving to and supporting others. And, that's like an example of what Kristen and I just did when we went to contribute to other people's experience at the UPW event. But, any kind of volunteer work, any type of, obviously what we do for our kids, we're constantly giving, contributing to any kind of groups and providing value to help other people without any expectation of something in return. Right? Anything else that you wanted to add?
Yeah, and so the way he has it listed out is the first four are like the human needs, and the other two, so growth and contribution, are needs of the spirit. So when you go through this exercise to see where you're at, it will explain how you think, how you respond, your emotions, how you are day to day in all the different relationships. But you look at where you are and then set two, decide, are you happy with what those top two are? And most likely you'll set two other goals. So for me, when I went through this exercise a couple of years ago, it was certainty and loving connection. So now I've switched to growth and contribution, because I felt like those were the areas that I needed more growth in, and that I felt quickly connected to personally. So when you do it, you just then decide, is this where I want to be, and where can I focus on and shift and grow, essentially.
That's funny, because those are my two as well. So I really hope that everybody will take advantage of really taking some time and giving this some thought, and checking out this information so that you can determine which of these needs have been your two top that have determined your decisions and how you conduct yourself. And then look at it from a standpoint of, are these the best ones that serve me in the best areas and that I want to grow in my life? And then you may want to shift them around, intentionally, and focus on those things. So, okay, that's what I just wanted to share.
Bonnie, maybe, or I'll take responsibility for this. Maybe posting a video. I can go on YouTube and find a video where he goes through it.
Sure,
Because
that would
some
be
people
awesome.
prefer like a little bit more context around it, especially if they're not
That
on
would be great. Yes, thank you. All right, so now, Ellen, you're going to be going over the Google form.
Yeah, I shared it with some of you on Google Drive. I tried to share a link that was, instead of just a Coach Basics, which we are going to continue to do when we have new coaches, this is more of kind of like an onboarding where you can put your coaches in by just sharing the link with them, and they will take it on their own time, because everyone's busy, especially, the moms, and everyone's busy, but the ones that really can't make it to the Zoom calls and can't always, respond, and they're not feeling engaged on the Coach Basics Facebook group where they have to keep up every single day with the homework assignments and to respond. This is somewhere where they can go on it at their own pace, and when they're done, submit it to you or to us. It would be where you could either copy what I created because it doesn't have my specific name, it just has our team name, and then their responses will be on your drive because it's Google form. So instead of like a Survey Monkey, it was great. I saw it from someone else, and I just recreated it for our team, and it has some really valuable content that you might enjoy going through yourself. Some videos, like it goes from Shakeology, and it gives about the back office, it gives information, just general information that we would normally give to get started right, to all the way down to social media. And then there's also a phase 2 one that I haven't created yet, but after they finish phase 1 and submit it, then you'll get all the responses on the drive and get to see where they're at. Then you can set up a one-on-one call. So it's almost like they need to go through that first, and then you can set up a one-on-one call with them. So again, it's just like it's a self-taught type of thing. But yet,
It's like a training module?
yeah, it's like a training module, right? And they could take, they don't have to do it all in one shot. So the only thing is it doesn't save as it goes, and so you have to keep that browser up somewhere, So that's the problem with the form. If they can't finish it all at one shot, it's
Just tell them, make sure you hit submit before you X out.
Right, but they can't hit submit if they haven't finished the form yet.
Right.
So it does say on the top of it that to keep their browser open until they hit submit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It does say.
It's really good. So, you know what we should do? Just get everyone's Gmail address and then share it on Google Drive with everybody, because it's really awesome. I mean, it's a combination of a getting to know you and also a training, and shows them how to do their direct deposit, set up their EFT. I mean, it shows them pretty much how to do all of the beginner steps of becoming a coach. So it's really cool. Okay, so we're getting a little close with time. So I was just going to go over the July promotions. As we all know, the 21-Day Fix and Extreme are back on sale, which is really awesome because that's the most popular, with the Kickstart as well. So it's $140 without the 3-day refresh, and with it, it's $180. And then now 22-minute hardcore is also on sale, but it was already $140. So I think they just never changed it up to the $160.
Mm-hmm.
They included that as one of the promotions. And then I just wanted to go over briefly Country Heat. So I did the sneak peek and I got totally turned off. And I actually canceled my certification that I was planning on doing with it. But I just was on the call that I actually posted the link to, the Team Eternal Fit call where Autumn Calabrese was on it. And I'm back on board because even though she actually said that she got a negative reaction from coaches compared to potential customers, she's getting all this excitement from customers, and all the coaches are like, eh. So she's hopping on all these team calls now so that she can get the coaches back on board, because it was designed for all of the people that are afraid to do a Beachbody program because it's too intimidating. which that applies to so many people. And as our mission is to eliminate the trend of obesity in our country, that means that we really need to have options for anybody. So this really was designed to be an option for anybody, but it does sound like it's still a good workout. The sneak peek is obviously the easiest one because it's just introducing them to some of the moves. But and that's the one that I saw, so I was kind of like, this is kind of lame. But then she said, after that, it does get really challenging. Even though the moves are still easy, so everybody can do it, it does work you up a sweat. You will still see the calories come off and the fat come off. It's going to shred you. She actually did show the test group that before and after did get really good results. And they're predicting that it's going to be even bigger than the 21-day fix. I mean, she said that she's more excited about this than she's been about anything. So I think that it is going to be really good. I know that I had a lot of excitement from people when I was first posting about it. I stopped after I saw the sneak peek, but I'm going to get back on board because I do think that it's going to apply to a lot of people. And so many people, country really, even though in your area you might not have that many country music liking friends, but it really is the number one genre for music in the country of, people love country music. So, and the music is supposed to be really good. So I really am definitely going to start promoting it. And I think everybody should jump on the bandwagon because it does sound like it could be huge. And it comes with the 21-day fixed meal plan. And
the containers.
Yes, it comes with all of that. And then we're going to do our challenge group. So I'll let Ellen then go into the post, our schedule for the rest of the calendar this month. But we're going to start promoting our own Country Heat Challenge group. That'll start in August, since it'll be launched August 1st.
Is it going to be at the $140 price point?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. I encourage everyone to watch the video link that I posted of Autumn on the call because it's really good. And she's got such charisma. So it's an enjoyable call, hearing her talk, and, she jokes around a bit. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's great. I love to.
Yeah.
So, okay, our schedule. So we are already in the first week of July. And I know some of you have already started your free groups. I know Teresa's got that BOSU ball going, right? How's that BOSU one? Good? The free one?
Yeah, I don't have many people.
Okay. I just started a 3-day also, but for the end because I saw that Marianne did one and I actually needed to get a new challenge pack. So I'm going to incorporate that in my calendar this month as well. I do feel like I need it and I wanted to maybe do it before we went away to Summit.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too. I just ordered it yesterday.
So you might as well create an event page for that as well and get people on board because I realize a lot of people they're ready to commit now. Like June is crazy. July, they had a great time for 4th of July. And now all of a sudden people are reaching out and they're like ready to like get back with because they've been eating and they've been going to barbecues and graduations and all this stuff that
I just done one too. Maybe we should do a team one. I loved Marianne's post for your 3-day refresh.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, that was great.
That was an awesome post. I'm like, I think I'm going to use that.
Yeah. I got a lot of hits for the 3-day refresh. And then, the people that like haven't done the 21-day fix or something, I'm like, well, I'm trying to get them to do the 3-day refresh and the 21-day fix. So I'm working on a couple of girls. So hopefully, that whole thing kind of comes to
Very good. Yeah. I think I'm going to do it too. I actually just got a 3-day.
I just ordered mine, so I've been bad.
I have too. I have too. You're not alone. Okay, so
no, so that would be I guess whenever you decided to do your 3-day refresh, I did it for more like the 20th, 21st, 22nd, somewhere around there. But for July 11th, which is Monday coming up, we have a Coach Basics that we'd like to start again if there are any new coaches. I don't know, Marianne, are you still doing your Coach Basics?
No, there's no one ever responded. No one ever even looked at it. No one even liked anything. Yeah. So I just stopped wasting my time.
Right. And that's what happens.
I was going to maybe just do a 2-week one, like an Emerald push, except there is the Diamond one, right? That's starting the same day, the 11th, the Diamond Dash? Diamond Dash.
Yeah.
That's the 11th. So that would be everyone that's already Emerald, though. So this would be more of a push to Emerald,
Right.
and it would be a 2-week push. So it would be similar to what like Don has done on his 2-week push, and you can make it your own, make it our own. We'll just put maybe live videos in it and just get the best. So that'll be from the 11th to the 22nd. We'll do a Coach Basics. We're going to do another happy hour, tea and talk, because we haven't done one in a while, the coaching opportunity, where it's great when everyone's on and they're all engaging. So it goes real quick. It's only an hour, but it's like very fast paced, and then we leave it up for a while so people could join in afterward. And it's a great place to invite to even after it's over, because if someone's interested in what coaching is about, you can say, refer them back to that event page and they could take a look at it. So we're going to do that on the 19th. We're going to try and schedule that party group the week before with the Coach Basics. We're going to do a challenge group. I believe it's only 1 week long. I'll have to look at the video again. There's also an outline I think I shared with some of you. It's kind of like a PowerPoint, but it's on Google Slides. And I'll put that on our team page so you can take a look at it and see. It's more of a group effort. So it's a challenge group that we would all be in, and you're posting like 6 times a day. So it would be more about the products and about leading up to what coaching is. And so people can see what's available with Beachbody, and going from all the different products to the trainers to what coaching is all about. So it's kind of like a sneak peek, but yet it could be for challengers or coaches. So, and they do a lot of games with it, I think giveaways. And so it's a 1 week thing, and it's something different. It was a party. It's called like a party challenge group. So I'll post that slideshow as well to share with you. And then you could all put the event page out for it and invite people to it from July 11th to probably the 15th, unless it's 7 days, the 17th. All right. And then we have the August. So what we'll do, because we're going to Summit, so I didn't plan much for the week of Summit. And then we have August 1st, where we would be like a pre-week, and then maybe have Country Heat start on August 8th, or maybe even start the event page for August 8th, because I believe it's not available for purchase.
Yeah, it's not available to the 1st.
Right.
So if we make it on the 8th, we can use that as the pre-week and try to just get all the orders in, so that as they're getting their packages, we'll just be showing them how to prepare to get started the following week.
We've done the infomercials, like I did it for Pio, and we did it for Hammer and Chisel. Like we had that info group that we did.
Yes.
We could do that about Country Heat.
Yes, we definitely should do that.
You could do that like that first week in August.
Yeah, and get people in. And then when they could finally buy it on August 8th, they might be real pumped up for it, because they have all that background.
Well, I remember when Brad Bijak, when the 21 Day Fix first came out, he did this whole call about how he had an information group on the 21 Day Fix for a whole month before it came out, and he had so many people just dying to jump as soon as it launched. So I'm thinking we might want to start the information group like a week before Summit, just to get people's appetites wet for it. Yeah. Yeah, the 18th. Like a group, because then we'll have a week and a half, and then we'll be leaving, and then by the time we get back, it'll be available. So
we have enough information to post for a whole month.
Yeah, they're coming out with more. And we can just give it out in little bits and pieces. But Autumn did say in the call that they're coming out like very soon with another video. Because I guess some people took offense to Carl Zeichler and the cowboy hat thing.
Oh, really?
Country people did. So, okay, Lori, actually, we're about to end the call now anyway. I think we covered everything.
Yes, we did.
All right, so Ellen and I just wanted to say one thing right before we end the call, that, we understand that the business is something that really takes dedication to do. And so many coaches start out all gung-ho that they want to create the life of their dreams. They want to be able to build this business and work from home and, have all the things that they want in life, the time, the vacations, the income. but they just don't continue to do the simple steps, which it really is very simple to do every day. So you really have to ask yourself, are you willing to give up your dreams just because you're not willing to hold yourself accountable to doing simple steps every day? I mean, people have accomplished it in an hour a day who have lots of kids, stay-at-home moms, or full-time moms who work full-time, have to juggle, and, you know, they still have kids and you know, have a very full life, and still have created this amazing business where they're top coaches now. And it's because they had that passion for it. They had that deep, dark want that wasn't going to go away because they were determined. You know, they just really were passionate and they had that burning desire. And so if you have a burning desire to have all that you want, then you gotta really hold yourself accountable to do the simple tasks and you have to block out time every day in order to make sure it gets done. Because we all know what happens when we don't block out the time. Life happens and it doesn't get done. And literally, if you knew at this point in time that as long as you stayed consistent in doing your vital behaviors every day and being committed to your business in 1 hour a day, in 2 years from now or in 3 years from now, you can have a life that you only dream about now, that most people would envy you for. Wouldn't you do it? I mean, that's really what this is about. It's just making that decision that you're serious. You want to be a successful coach. You want to build a business that you're going to look back and thank yourself and be proud of yourself that you were able to accomplish. But the only way that you can do it is if you really treat it like a business and make it a priority in your life and not have excuses as, oh, I couldn't get it done today. You know, I have company in town. If you have a job and you have company in town, you're still going to your job, right? Unless you take the day off. But in this business, you can take a day off. It's just you get to decide which day it is. You know, I personally like to do my business 5 to 6 days a week. And depending on how quick you want to build your business, you need to be doing it at least 5 days a week if you want to see your business grow. But it really doesn't take a lot. It just takes your commitment and it takes you holding yourself accountable and making it a priority to do. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Elle, did you want to say anything else?
Basically what you touched base upon, that we found that, you know, it's a type of job that you can be a hobby coach, and the people that are hobby coaches don't want to make it a priority, you know, but if you are the type of person that wants it to be a business one day and you want it to continually grow, you can't have it slow one day and then pick it up for a month and then slow for a month, and then because when you slow it down for that month or even just 2 weeks, it's really gonna like come to a standstill and it's like starting all over again, which, you know, the momentum, it just stops, you know. So if you are someone that maybe it's not right now, it's full-time job for you, but you know one day it will be, you have to be consistent, even if it is an hour a day, even if it's just sending those invites out, because it's the more people that you might just find someone who's very motivated to get into this business, and then that'll motivate you even more. And if you just stop reaching out to them, they're going to lose their momentum too. They're not going to want to, you know, do it. Like if you reach out, you can't draw water from, you know, someone. What was it dry? I forget that quote. But like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. But you can't. So you're not going to force people into the business. But when you keep reaching out to more and more people, you are going to find people that are just as passionate about you, as well as, you know, wanting to make it a full-time job. So, you know, just basically not giving up and, you know, slowing it down and picking it up. And so, you know, the consistency is really what we have to do, you know.
And anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You just have to set your mind to it. And then as you start doing it, being consistent, you'll see your business grow. And then that's going to light your fire even more because it's so exciting. When you see your business growing, you're the CEO and you're making this happen, and you know you realize that this is really happening. So it really is so rewarding on so many levels. So I just hope that anybody who really wants to see a change in their life will really take a second look at how they're doing their business and ask themselves, how bad do you want your dreams to come true? Because, you know, that's what it's all about. All right, everybody. So let's get ready to have a really exciting July. And we're going to share, anyone who's not at Summit, we're going to be sharing everything that's going on there. So stay tuned during Summit because there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff going on. And I hope to see every single one of you at Summit next year. So plan on it.
You gotta take a picture. Of course, Kristen and Lori are gone.
We have to do it at the beginning.
I know. All right, let's wait. We better not use it.
Not this time.
Okay, got us.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night.
Guys, all right.